Hi, this is Charlie from Path of the Bee. Well, fall's closing in fast. Winter will be here soon, and I still need to pull honey. I stopped in here at my experimental apiary. I'll get you guys all caught up to date on how well they did this summer. So join me here as I inspect these hives for possibly the last time this year and explain how things went. I've been keeping track of these this summer a little bit, not as good as I should have, but I did keep them fed up until a nectar flow was on, and then I pulled my feeders, and I've kept up. If they needed super, I gave them a super, and I'll kind of show you how that went. All right, let's get started. Okay, so these two colonies here are the first two I brought home. These are nucs. This is one that we put on plain foundation, and that one we put on drawn comb. I was able to get a honey super on it, and we'll get in here and take a look and see how these guys survive the summer. Oh boy, look, here's a praying mantis. Let me bring you in there. Praying mantis there on the beehive. I've seen them just stand in front and grab a bee once in a while. I don't think they eat much, so I'm not that concerned about them. We'll crack this hive open and see what it looks like inside here. There's not very many bees in here. In fact, I don't know if we're still doing good here as far as a colony at all. Anyway, they didn't even move into this upper box. Let's hop down into the bottom box. Okay, so there's my bees down here. All right, let's take a look at them. The summer this year was extremely brutal. It rained until June. I fed, and then it turned off 4th of July. It just went straight to 100 degrees and stayed there all of July and pretty much all of August. It's just now cooling down. So here's some foundation. Maybe I moved things around, but they never even pulled out their basic colony here on the foundation. I must have staggered this, is what I think I did. And so they did not thrive at all. Here's a frame here of bees, and you can see that there are lots of queen cups in there that they've been working at, but didn't get anybody. There's no brood in here at all, which this late in the year I don't expect it. There's no honey at all in this colony. None at all. They were not going to make it. See, they didn't pull out their... Here's some brood, but shot full of crappy pattern. I imagine these bees have mites horribly. Pretty tough to start bees on foundation. This frame came with the nuc. It's full of... It's got some brood on it. There's no more fresh brood. It's surrounded by pollen. I can see some pollen there. But we've got some weak animals here, weak bees. I don't see a queen. They never build. They just didn't have any ability when the nectar flow was on. They never built up. So what I'll have to do here is I'm going to pull this top box of comb, and we're going to have to just try and fall feed them as best I can, and that's what they're going to get. Not what I was hoping to see. Pretty weak colony. All right, let's move over here to this next one. This is a nuc that I put on drawn comb. This is good drawn comb, brood comb, so that's probably why it had a super on it. Let's see what it looks like inside here. Here's some earwigs. It looks like there's probably nobody home here at all. These guys, I hear them in there. You can see here that there's honey in that. That's cured honey. They haven't capped it. They don't have enough snooze to make the wax to cap it off, but it's still only 1/3 of a frame at the most. Not even that, by the way, feeling by the weight of it. It's just a little bit. So I think what I'm going to end up doing here, this year was such a poor year for me beekeeping as far as a honey crop with the weather. I pulled 8 boxes off of 19 colonies. The rest of those colonies did not make any honey for me this year, and the ones that I did pull only have maybe 1/3 of a box in them. Not much. It's not looking really good for a honey crop this year. It's not looking good to get any of these bees through winter even. I did not anticipate this poor of a yield. This, I guess, I chose the wrong year to do this experiment. I'll have to try it again next year to get a better idea of what's going on. Yeah, they got this packed full. I don't even want to disturb it. This is plumb full of honey up to the top. There's bees in the center here. Okay, all right, let's look at the next one. Now this colony here was a package that I put on drawn comb, and we'll see what it looks like inside. It was doing really good. I was amazed when I put the honey super on it how well it was doing, but we'll see what the impact of the summer has, this horrible heat wave that we had on this colony. It was a monster dearth. I should have probably just backed up and fed, but I was busy putting up hay and not taking care of bees. Okay, I'm going to pop this frame here out because this is like I said, I staggered my drawn comb. This will be one that I wanted them to pull, and they didn't do that. They got started on it. We didn't get very far. So this next frame in will be one that they had drawn already, and look at that, they've got some capped honey on it. Nicely capped honey, and nectar, uncapped honey down below it. So I think I'll go ahead and pull this box then as a honey box. It's just so we can get a little bit, and then I can feed these guys up. So they're doing remarkably well. I'll pull this queen excluder, and then we're going to insert a bee escape, and I'll put this honey super back on. All right, a bee escape. We'll get that put on there. And then I'll put this honey super back on. Remember, the screen goes down, the hole goes up. Okay, we're going to plug this up. I got one of these Arts and Crafts pom-poms there. We're going to put this lid on top here like this. They seal all the holes up. Okay, and then we'll just put this lid on. Those guys will be good. I can come and tomorrow take that. So these 2 colonies that were on foundation did okay. I think I'll get them through winter. I'm even able to pull just a little bit of honey off of this package unit because I had some drawn comb. And so we'll check over here on this foundation and package, and my guess here is that they're going to be in sad shape. Okay, pop that off. Had this queen excluder ready to go in case I could super them, and that never materialized, so we're going to pop it off. We're going to puff a little smoke down in here. I don't see any bees up here in the top at all, and this does just look like a frame of a box of foundation to me. Yeah, that's all it is. Yep, that's all that is a box of foundation. There's nothing happened there all year. So they've got some web comb in here. It does look like they've put honey out all the way to the sides almost. and take a look at that. Well, see, there's a little bit of honey here on that one, which was a amazing foundation here. So, and then here, that's dry. There's a little bit they put in there. They got this frame of comb here completely filled out and turned to brood. All right, looks pretty good. Remember, this is packaged bees on foundation. So they were able to do just as good as the ones on, just as good as the bees that were on drawn comb, which really surprises me. But I think it has more to do with the year than it does with anything else. So we're gonna have to short unit this and hope that we can get this short unit here through the winter. Okay, so in conclusion, this was a poor year to attempt this experiment. I had some really strange results. I didn't expect the foundation there with the package bee to do as well as it did. It did exactly equal to the nuc that was 2 weeks earlier showed up in the season. But because we had so much rain and cold, inclement, non-flying weather here in the spring, in all of May, all of June, and then when we got into July, when we hit 4th of July, it broke 100 degrees and stayed that way pretty much all July and all August. And we just immediately went from non-fly weather to, there was like a week of bloom there in around July, 4th of July, and then we went into a dearth because it was just too hot. So I think I will go ahead and try this experiment again next year. What I'm trying to show is the advantages of using drawn comb versus foundation. And on the package bee, I'm going to get a little bit of honey off of it because I had some drawn comb to put in there. In a normal year, both of those hives would have produced honey, probably even 2 boxes, the ones that were put on the drawn comb. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.